Assalamu alaikum everyone, I am filming my everyday makeup routine. It's pretty basic and I hope it'll be easy to follow. If you have any questions, leave them below. I'm gonna link everything that I use, plus all of my other favorites that I'm not using in the description box. Let's get started. All right guys, so this is me without any makeup. I'm a little nervous because I've never shown my face without any makeup on YouTube before. This will last forever and will be on the internet for years to come. So, my under eye circles are really bad and I need like some definition in my eye area, but outside of that, not too bad, right? So the first thing that I'm gonna do to start is always my rose salve. So this rosebud salve I've literally been using since high school. This is like the first thing I use on my lips, always before any type of lip application. So that's the first thing I start with. And obviously I have moisturized and I've done all that stuff. So go back and watch my skincare video if you want to understand exactly what my routine is and what products I use. Then I'm going to grab my Amazing Cosmetics Line Smoother and Primer. And you know, this is the beginning of my whole concealer routine. The first thing I do is my concealer. And so I'm not gonna go through all the steps with you guys all over again because I already did that and I wanna keep this as short as possible. So please go back and watch the concealer video so you can really get an understanding of exactly the technique and exactly how I do my concealer. I'm gonna obviously put it on, but I won't go through all the steps in minute detail like I did in that video. So you know how they say when you're not wearing any makeup, people are always like, oh, you look so tired today. Are you sick? Well, I actually am tired and I've lost my voice, so I'm kind of sick. Not really though. I'm really just really tired. So that does apply to me. I am very exhausted. My brother was just in town with his 4 kids for the past week and they just left yesterday and I haven't gotten any sleep. And we've been running around town, so I'm just like, I'm exhausted and I lost my voice. Anyway, so while I'm waiting for the primer to dry, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz and I use soft brown. And then I'm just gonna go in and do my eyebrows. I need to look in this mirror, guys, sorry. So I know you're supposed to start, or I've heard that you're supposed to start in the arch and then work your way outwards. I don't know. This is kind of how I do it. So you tell me if my technique is all wrong. Let me know in the comments because I could use some eyebrow tips for sure. I just kind of draw the top and the bottom line right up at the front and then I start to fill in the rest of my brows. And I don't like a crazy arch. It just doesn't suit my face, I don't think. I actually like a really straight brow. That's just like what I'm into. But a really straight brow on me also is just not conducive to my natural brow shape. So I try and do as straight as I can while like accommodating to the arch that I do have right here. And I'm pretty light-handed. I mean, I'm not like tattooing my eyebrows. Because I am half Asian, I don't have, you know, really like defined thick or dark eyebrows. They're pretty light and pretty sparse, so I have to fill them in just so that it looks like I have eyebrows. And then I take the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow brush, and then with the brush I just go in and just blend it out. So now that my eyebrows are done, the primer has dried, so I'm gonna proceed to do my concealer, and then I will continue with the rest of my face. So I use my Bobbi Brown corrector, if you guys remember from my concealer video. So I know that I used the Makeup Forever before in the other video, but I just got this Kat Von D sample from Sephora. It's the Lock-It Concealer, and I've actually really been loving it. So I'm gonna use this today just because this is what I've kind of been using lately. And you can see the color is a pretty good match to my skin. Then I'm just gonna put it on any areas, any blemishes on my face that I kind of want to try and cover up. And then I'm gonna use, I actually did buy a full version of the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. And the color that I'm using is Neutral M21. Oh, and the first color I used was M19 Cool. This color is like my perfect match. And I just dab this on pretty much like as a highlighter afterwards, just to kind of brighten it up, because the concealer really is the exact color of my skin. Okay, and now I'm just going to set my concealer with my Makeup Forever HD High Definition Pressed Powder. Concealer is all done. So as you know, I do not wear foundation, and I sure as hell don't wear foundation every day for this type of look. I wear foundation like if I'm going to a party or like I have a really big shoot or something like that. But outside of that, I really don't. And as you saw, I apply the concealer to blemishes on my face. If I was doing a look for like a photo shoot, which I do weekly, then I would probably do eyeshadow and kind of be a little bit extra. But this is strictly every day, like just going out for whatever, because I don't want to overdo it and I want to make sure my makeup is super natural. So the next thing I do is I take my eyeliner, and this is eyeliner I've been using for years. This is Prestige. It's from CVS. It's like 99 cents. It's in the color Black Brown. I've literally been using this since probably high school, and it does the job. I feel like there are certain makeup items that are worth splurging for, and there are others that just aren't, and I feel like eyeliner is one of those. I've yet to use a high-end eyeliner that is any better than a 99-cent drugstore eyeliner. So when it comes to my eyeliner, I start right at the middle of my eye and I bring it out. I don't go all the way in, and that's just due to my own eye shape. That's my own personal preference and what I've learned over the years applying makeup, what looks best on my face. But obviously that's gonna differ for all of you guys. I'm dreaming of those cotton candy skies with baby pinks and blues way up high. I'm soaring through the wind. Okay, so that's the eyeliner on my top lid. I do go out just a bit. I just kind of flick it up just a bit, but I don't go overboard with the everyday eyeliner. And then for the bottom lash line, I don't use the same Black Brown because for some reason I feel it's really harsh on me. So as you can see, I don't have really dark features. I don't have super dark eyelashes or eyebrows. And so a really dark look on me for everyday looks too much. So for the bottom lash, I actually use this. This is so old, like it's so old. It's in the color Cafe and it's L'Oreal, and I doubt they even like sell it anymore because that's how old it is. So I just put this on my bottom lash line. And then I use the Smashbox brush in 20 to blend it out. Then I take my eyelash curler. This is like, again, drugstore brand. Now when I curl my lashes, I actually start at the middle. I curl them and then I work my way in all the way to the lower base of the lash line so that they can kind of like get more curl, if that makes sense. I don't really have a lot of eyelashes and they're not very long, so I really need to do all I can to get the most out of my eyelashes. And then when I am finally at the lower base line, I hold it for a few seconds. Okay, so that's my eyes. Like I said, I'm not gonna put on mascara today because this is a super everyday 5-minute, tutorial. But I might do a video on how I do makeup when I'm doing a photo shoot, which pretty much is the same almost every time. So maybe I'll do that. If you wanna see that, let me know in the comments. If not that many people wanna see it, then I just won't do it. So I'm gonna reserve the mascara and the eyeshadow and all that stuff for today and keep it super basic. All that's left is now bronzer, blush, and then my lips and a highlighter. I actually use a, this is really disgusting. Like does anybody else's NARS products get like this? Like it's so gross. Like get it together, NARS, fix your packaging. So I actually use the Multiple in Malibu, and this is a cream blush. Now ordinarily a cream blush would not work on me at all, because my skin is just pigmented and I feel like it only works on people with really light skin to just use cream blush and be done. Like that's never happening. So I started using cream blush or the Benefit Benetint. I will use this or the Multiple underneath my bronzer and blush to give something for then that to kind of stick onto, and also to give it a little bit more pigmentation. Because my skin is more on the olive and tan side, I need more product, if that makes sense. So like my best friend, for example, she has super light skin, and she can barely even wear blush because she has naturally ruddy and like red cheeks. And so if she does wear blush, it's like, whoa, chill out. Where I'm the opposite. Like I can wear blush and you won't even see it on me. I need to wear this and bronzer and then blush for like it to actually show up. I'm gonna use this one because this is what I've been doing usually in the spring, summer, because it's a bit more bright. I think a little bit better for like hotter weather. So I just put a little bit on my cheeks and then I blend out. And you want to blend this with your fingers. Like if you use a sponge, I feel like it'll just get soaked up because it literally is a liquid. So you want to do this with your fingers and be super light with it. And then you'll see it just kind of blends into your skin and it's pretty much gone. The bronzer that I have right now that I'm using is Hoola Benefit. Although I have to say I don't love this bronzer. To be honest, one of my favorite bronzers is Drugstore, and it is Physicians Formula, and it's their Mosaic, and I get that in the darker one. It's like a beautiful bronzer and it's super cheap. It's like $10 from CVS, and I really love that bronzer. But I ran out and I had already bought this and I was like, I need to finish this before I go back and get that. So I'm just gonna apply some bronzer and I put it in like this. I'd even go up to the apples. But the bronzer just gives me a flush of color that my face kind of just like needs. Oh, and the brush that I'm using, by the way, is this, it's like an Eco Tools brush from Target probably. And the reason that I use it is because it's angled so that I can really get in that area. But if you're looking for that like super bronzy look, then you're gonna wanna use a huge bronzer blush. So sometimes when my application is a little heavy-handed, like right now, I will use one of these brushes. This is a NYX brush I got for free at a NYX party. So this is number 3. And I'll kind of just go in and get any excess off. That was a little much. So when it comes to blush, I have a ton of blushes that I use. But what I've been using a lot lately, because it's so natural, is cream blush. Now I just told you that cream blush doesn't stay on my skin, like you can't see it, right? But what I learned from Nora Layla Love, what she taught me is you use a stipple brush on a cream blush. You just like dab it in and then dab on your face, and then it'll actually show up, versus taking your hand and rubbing it in, because that will do nothing for me. So the one that I have is 220, and 220 is a beautiful like pink, sandy pink. It's like a universal, I'd say. So I literally just I'm just doing this. And then I just kind of get it in there. Now the last thing before my lips, which is always my favorite, is highlighter. And the highlighter that I'm so annoyed I don't have a voice right now, because I feel like I can't be crazier, because I think it's making me tired. I don't know, or maybe I just am tired. But anyway, so the highlighter that I use is Becca, and I know everybody uses Champagne Pop, but you know what, Champagne Pop, it came out after I got the Opal. So what the hell, Becca? And it's so much highlighter. Like, do you know how long it's gonna take me to finish this to then go get Champagne Pop? it's annoying. So anyways, I have Opal and it does the job. Actually, to be honest, I like it better. Champagne Pop I feel like is a little bit too bronzy, whereas this is like a nice champagne color, I'd say. So the brush that I use is the MAC 139, and I bought this brush specifically for highlighter because it's so light. Because nobody loves the over highlighted cheekbone. It is, to me, it looks dirty. Like it looks like they need to wash their face, and I can't handle that. So I got this brush to be super even-handed, and I just take just the tiniest amount. Like I don't overdo it. And I just lightly go over my cheekbones and kind of under my brow, just a bit. Like I really try not to overdo it. A little on my nose. But super light with it, so that the light just reflects the highlighter really naturally, and you know, it's like a really natural look. So that is my face, and all that's left is the lipstick. This is taking forever. It takes so much longer to explain your makeup and do it at the same time than just doing it. This really should take no longer than like 5 minutes. And that's how much it takes me to do my makeup in the morning, and then I'm out the door. I'm really not that high maintenance when it comes to like getting ready in the morning. Now, the lipstick is my favorite part because if you all know me, you know that I'm a lipstick fiend, and I have like maybe 50 or more lipsticks. The lipstick that I wear really depends on what I'm wearing that day. So what I'll do is I'll do my whole makeup, and then I go get changed, or I usually have my outfit on, then I put on my hijab. And once my hijab is on, then that will dictate my lip color. I am not a matte lip girl. You all know that about me as well. I'm a lipstick fan. I always have been. I actually went through a gloss phase in like high school, but once I got to college and up, it was just lipstick for me. So today I have on navy, and I'm wearing the jersey wrap in buttercream. Since we're going with a super natural look, I'm just gonna go with like a very natural lip. So my favorite lip liner of all time is Oak by MAC. It's my favorite of all time. So I'm gonna use, I'm gonna do Please Me, actually. One of my like all-time favorite MAC lipsticks is, in terms of pink, is Please Me. And then my second favorite is Faux. Faux is like amazing. F-A-U-X, like false in French. This is an amazing color. But I'm gonna do Please Me because it's a little bit brighter, and it's summertime. This is literally done. Like, it's done. So one thing I do with my lipstick is I actually overdraw my upper lip. I don't really need to on my lower lip. My lower lip is pretty intense. It's bigger than my upper lip. I line it pretty normally. And then when it comes to my upper lip, I overline it just a bit. Really focusing on the Cupid's bow and starting from there, and then that will give you the rest of the shape. And then I'm done. That is it. Again, if you guys want to see me do a full makeup look that I usually do for my shoots, then let me know. All right, guys, until next time, take care, everyone. Salam alaikum.